hi, hello, welcome back to another video. It's been a while again since I uploaded last. I'm very sorry for that. This time my excuse is that I went to a convention and I got sick. So, it's been a bit delayed, but I finally got some energy again to record and draw and edit the video. So here we are today. Hopefully I'll be able to start making sure that we have weekly or weekly-ish videos again soon. It would be very nice. For those interested in the Minecraft series, I have been working a lot in the background there to be able to do some big buildings, and hopefully we'll be able to do some there. And if you haven't watched my series, I hope you'll at least check out those buildings, because yeah, it's taken a lot of material gathering for at least one of them. So anyway, welcome back once again. Today we have a speed paint. I am drawing my little character James, as per usual, I would argue, with a little bit of a scene that has him stealing information by copying some down on his arm from a scroll. And I haven't figured out the full story behind the picture yet. I still have some figuring out to do there, but that's the general concept of it. And this drawing was very much inspired by the Apothecary Diaries, which I watched recently. I took the time while I was sick to, lay down and just watch through every episode released so far as of recording this. And it was a lot of fun. I love the series very much. Sadly, I'm terrible at names, but I do love the main characters. I love the main concubine, and the whole cast is very interesting, and I'm very excited to see where it's going, and that inspired me to make this little drawing here. So yeah, that is what you're seeing right in front of you right now. Slowly but surely it will appear. I did a lot of new tests and things with this one. I tried to go way more into the shading, make it more realistic-ish, kinda. Since there's two light sources in this one that you'll see later, it's probably too early for you to see it. But there's the lantern, obviously, and then there's also some moonlight, which I think I ended up making a bit too strong. But there's a moonlight coming in from the windows, which also casts some light. And yeah, like I said, I think I did the moonlight a bit too strongly. Like the moon's a little bright. not that you can see the moon, but but you can at least see what's happening, and I think it turned out pretty well, all things considered, even though I had to struggle a lot with the shading. Some of the shading I didn't record because I was having a struggle as is, and having the tension of someone watching me over my shoulder, that doesn't really help. So if there's a lot of jumping around in this picture, especially when it comes to shading, I think there's just a lot of jumping around overall, because yeah, it was a struggle. But yeah, then that's why. And I'm sorry if it makes you dizzy. That's not my intention. But yeah, I'm very happy with the picture, or the end result of the picture. There's some things I would want to change now, in hindsight, but overall I'm very happy with it and how it turned out. And yeah, I will tell a little fun fact about the picture. It's that the text you'll see in the or on the scroll that well, now I'm mixing up names, that James is stealing the information from. That text was basically lorem impersum in Chinese. And if you don't know what lorem impersum is, it's basically like placeholder text. Like it's just I think it's mainly Latin, but it's a bit of a mix of just text that you're more likely than not seeing it. A lot of like illustrators and game designers and stuff will have lorem impersum as the text you see, especially if you can't like read it. It's like placeholder text, or it's like just text to have it be obvious that something is written there, but the player can't exactly read why, and that's why maybe you have to like click into something to be able to read it in like English instead of like scribbles or something. It's very interesting. It's a very good tool if you are doing illustrations with text that might not be fully legible, but you want it to still look like something's written. And not just do like a bunch of key smashes and try and like give a space every so often to try and make it look like it's written text. This like will give you, with the spaces and everything, and make it feel more natural, I guess you could say. Make it feel like it is actually like there is a message there, and that's how I did write it in some language. But yeah, so I did a bit of googling and I found a Chinese version of lorem impersum for this, which I was like, great, and I copied it in. And then because the language here is in like their writing way is inspired by China, but it's not Chinese, and I don't want to offend anyone, and I don't want to write anything bad, so hopefully I didn't. So I took that text layer and I put it at a lower opacity, and then I took a brush and just scribbled over it very fast and very loosely, so that it like trying to keep some of the, I guess, key elements of the character. Like if there's two lines that goes parallel, I would have those two lines, but I would maybe have like a line in between them, like going diagonal or something, and just do like random scribbles like that over them, with them as the basis, to get some, I guess, more imaginary characters. Hopefully I didn't do any offensive characters. Ooh, that would be bad. But yeah, used to like have a bit of like a safe thing, or have it look like there's text when it's just supposed to be like intelligible to read this. I don't know why I'm hyperfixation on the text right now. It's very weird, I know, but it's something, and I'm very happy with the drawing, so I think I'm allowed to be like this. I can also say that the composition, there we go, of the scene was very difficult for me, because I wanted this like close-up shot to the earrings. Like I wanted him to be very close to the camera, but I also wanted you to be able to see a lot of the background. That was like, that's, you know, important, like the scrolls, the windows and stuff that really set the scene, you know. And that was a bit of a challenge to do at first, because I tend to, you know, use 3D models for my illustrations. It helps me set out the scene and figure out the actual camera angle I want and stuff, and what actually looks best. It's a great tool. Like my teacher always taught me to, like, if you have the tools, use them. Like everyone uses tools. Everyone in the industry uses tools. But anyway, that's not the point. But yeah, I used the 3D models to like set up the scene and all, and it was difficult, man. It took a few tries to like enhance that shit, and yeah, yeah. Also, to clarify, when my teacher says if you have the tools, use them, or use the tools at your disposal, that does not mean AI. I am firmly against AI art and stuff, because I think it's soulless. It's bad. It's soulless, and doesn't have any feeling behind it. Doesn't have any thought or anything. Not that you have to have a thought behind a painting or illustration, but the human element will always show through in some way. And you usually sit and have thoughts, whether it's about the drawing or something else, as you draw, and that will show itself through the process or through the drawing itself. That, you know. So there was someone sitting behind there thinking while they were doing the thing. Anyway, that's not what I was supposed to go on about right now. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. Yeah, so use the tools that you have appropriately, and don't steal art. For the love of God, don't steal art. And yeah, it's a big mess, huh? But yeah, man, do I have anything more to say? I don't think I do. So I'm gonna leave off here then. I hope you enjoyed the drawing process. I hope you finish watching till the end. And I hope that you'll stick around. Maybe a little subscribe, perhaps. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you'll stick around for the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day, if nothing else. And good luck out there in the world. It's a rough place currently, but just do your best, and hopefully I hope it will work out in the end. So yeah, have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye bye.